Yoda started in May 2021, and basically it was because I felt really passionate about having a service provision for people who were under 65 and had young onset dementia. You know, after diagnosis, a lot of people feel like, is that it? Like, what about all the things I was looking forward to? What about, you know, I'm still young, I still had my life ahead of me. And so Yoda just makes them feel like, actually, I'm still important, I still have a contribution to make, and people care. And the whole service is managed on donations.
What are the things you've done with the group that you didn't think you could do?
Everything. Everything that I thought I couldn't do, I've done. And that's it. Especially with that, the feeling of love around. So it sounds like I'm being melodramatic. I'm not, because I know what this group's done for me. This Yoda thing it saved my life.
The kind of dementia might be different. You know, for example, there are people here with Lewy body, for example. It's different, but the carers are experiencing the same emotions. So it's wonderful because this group is just so valuable. This is a very difficult illness because the person looks normal, sounds normal, and it can happen to anybody at any time. But at the same time, there is so much that you can actually do. For example, Matthew's got his mobility. He still can talk. He still can do lots of other things and activities, which I think this Yoda group has shown.
I want them to have fun. I want them to go away feeling energised and excited and inspired and empowered, happy. Yeah, feel like they've had a good day.
Hello and welcome to the Soho Lift Spotlights. I'm Vanessa Ayiku and I'm delighted to be joined by Saira and Katy from the film Yoda Strikes Back. So do you want to tell me a little bit about your roles in the film and also a little bit about what it's about?
Well, I'm the director. Saira's the
producer. And the producer is my first production.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Yoda stands for Young Onset Dementia Activists. Mm-hmm. And they are a community of people that have all got dementia and they're under 65.
Okay.
So it's very important because people think that older people get it, but younger people can get dementia. And I work for South East London Mind. Mm-hmm. And I wanted a service for those people because there's literally nothing out there. So we created this project, Yoda, from pilot.
So you set up Yoda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was after lockdown. Mm-hmm. I had a bit of capacity. And I thought, I really need a portfolio for young people. We don't have anything. So we did a pilot. We got these people on board, some of them, and Yoda came alive. It was created. And it's a project for them. They meet up every week on a Friday, and it's led by them. So they have a wish list of things they want to do.
And you help facilitate it?
I make it happen.
Great.
And Katy, I'd seen some work she'd done before, and I thought, this woman's got skills. I was like, we need to collaborate with her. And the Yodas wanted to show what they're about.
So we did the animation film first, didn't we?
Yeah, we did the animation. So we
about the same.
So so basically, because my background's animation, and that's how I started. But and then I got into making films. But so I taught them how to do animation, and so obviously for people with dementia, and that's what Saira does all the time. She's helping them learn new skills, and so we made a film about them learning animation. So the film had some of their animation in it, and it was also about them kind of doing it, filming them, making the animation. Yeah. And then after we made that film, because it went really well, we just thought it'd be great to collaborate together because it was all a big collaboration. And we wanted to make something that was, you know, a bit high budget, that was a little more professional, and that could be used to help get more funding for the group.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Because it's all funded by, you know, whoever will help. Okay. And so to keep the group carrying on, it's a really important group for these people.
To raise its profile and share its
raise its profile, tell people that this happens.
Yeah, that it's more common than people think.
Really important, the whole kind of ethos around this, like dementia, this, what people see is disaster, life sentence.
okay, it's not nice. None of us want to get it. But what about today? How are people dealing with it today? And this film shows the light.
And the positive side
and
of things.
the hope.
Yeah.
And the community. You know, it shows that it's not a nice disease, but this is how we're dealing with it. And it's not the end. It's just a different way. It's a different path.
Yeah.
And it's important to get that across. So what I love about the film is there's so much light and hope and laughter in the film.
And they obviously get that from your group, and they've kind of come together and been supportive of each other. But when it came to making the film, were they all up for being involved, or how did you get their cast? And
that's the good point. Yeah,
committed?
I think because I did a film with them, I think it was in 2022. So I was going every Friday for like, I don't know, about 3 months.
So they were familiar.
So they got to know me, and then so the second film was over about 6 months. So it was even longer. So every time, because Saira arranges all these amazing activities with them, like the circus skills, and recently
I saw that.
Recently you took them to F1, didn't you?
We did a collaboration with F1.
Yeah. So, yeah, all these amazing, exciting things. And so I was just out, they all got used to me having like, you know, a camera in their faces. And
following them anyway.
So they didn't mind. And so when it got to doing the interviews, they were quite used to me being around.
Yeah.
And Saira, obviously, because she knows them all really well, chose really carefully who would go with who in the interviews.
Yeah.
For example, like Tracy and Anne, like Anne, if she'd been with her husband, Alan, she might not have spoken much, but because she's with Tracy, she kind of came out of herself a bit. So,
and you know all their characters, so you know.
I mean, I've been with them since 2021.
Yeah.
And it's grown. There's more people in the group now.
Yeah.
And this group is for people with the diagnosis and also the people that take care of them.
Yeah.
That could be friends, it could be family, it could be agency workers. They're all Yoda. That's the label. It's not carer, person with dementia. You know, it's Yoda.
Yeah.
And so I get to know them. I've got to know, you know, what they like, what they don't like, their character, who's going to be
your
comfortable.
friends now, it seems, certainly from the films.
Yeah.
It's family. And so where we knew Katy, it was great because they were comfortable. You know, at first, they're not confident. They've just got this diagnosis. It's shattered their lives. It's changed their future.
Yeah.
And so through realising there's other people who are going through a similar thing, their confidence is building.
You don't feel alone and supportive. Yeah.
And they feel accepted, and no one gets judged. Everybody's from different backgrounds. We've got different ethnicity groups. We've got such diversity from like the age of like 40s to 65. Men, women, Asian, black, white. There's just people, a social worker, a teacher. You know, there's so many different people.
They can learn so much from each other, I imagine, as well.
Yeah,
this dementia doesn't look at, oh, I'm going to attack that person.
It's anybody.
Anyone. And so that's what's so great about the group and how they come together and support each other.
Yeah. And so when you were making the documentary and scheduling the interviews, and obviously in the documentary where I've seen them being interviewed, they talk about sometimes they remember things short-term or long-term, sometimes they don't. How would you manage your schedule, I guess, knowing whether they were ready or whether it's a good or a bad day for them maybe, and maybe they wouldn't want to be on camera when you needed to film?
I guess it depends, like, because you know, maybe some weeks not everyone's there. So really we just sort of played it by ear. So you decide really, wouldn't you, who was good to go on which days, and then we try and catch up with other people, or, you know, like get a little interview in here and there. And so, but yeah, I think most of them were up for doing it really. And I think what makes it really good is that they're so candid and they're so open about their experiences. And that's just, I think, because of the group that, you know, Saira's created.
Yeah.
It's just so everyone feels so kind of
Safe.
relaxed and
Yeah,
safe.
exactly.
It is. It's like
Safety.
a space of real safety that they can really be themselves. And I think with something like dementia, because from my own experiences, my mum had it and she died of it like a few years ago. And so, like we were talking about this yesterday about how the worst thing is isolation.
Yeah.
But like when they're together and they feel safe, that actually the symptoms almost are less, and it's like,
They feel comfortable.
They feel comfortable.
Stronger.
Yeah, and a bit of confidence.
You know, they got the force behind them.
And
Right?
they just don't feel so, you know, like they're not feeling judged, you know. So it's like, and if they make a mistake, it doesn't matter, you know. Whereas in society, maybe they do feel judged, and it's just like
you have to explain yourself constantly to people.
Constantly.
Yeah. So
And you don't look at that person and think they've got dementia. I think someone said to one of them, you know, have you got dementia? Well, what does that look like? You know, this is just me. It was Deb's.
Yeah.
And I think with getting them comfortable with the filming, they know that they come every Friday, so they've got a routine.
Yeah.
They know it's 11 o'clock. It might be different depending on what we're doing, slightly.
Yeah.
I send them a reminder every like 2 days before, so the carers and the supporters can see that.
Yeah.
They get them to the venue, and then we see who turns up. Some people might be ill, appointments, and then we just see what activity we're doing as well, because we were looking at what would be good for the film. What have they got lined up? Because we do a schedule of things that
What's coming, yeah.
what's coming, what would work, and then we just work together, don't we?
Yeah, totally.
Really
Yeah,
well.
no, it worked really, really well. And initially, the purpose of the film was to kind of like sort of spread awareness, but also to get more funding.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah. So it was about that more than sort of festivals, really. But then there was a local screening where I live, and I sent it in there, and they wanted to show it. And it was in this pub for like 200 people, or maybe not that many.
Yeah, no,
but there's quite a lot. But they really loved the film, and I was like, we've got to send it to some festivals. So you're our first festival, so we're really thrilled that you accepted the film and encouraged us to send it to more festivals.
It's great to have that sort of project where it is about raising awareness, and you know, maybe this is the first group, but there should be more, and people don't know that the effects of what that sort of support can bring them. And it might be that even if they can't get to your group, they might find something locally that they can
We
start
need to
themselves,
create
maybe.
a Yoda everywhere.
A Yoda. I love that you called it the Yodas and the Yodas.
We need to have it in every London borough and wider, because there literally is nothing for the people that are younger. People think old people get it. It's not true. More younger people are getting it, and more Black and Asian people are getting it, and more men are getting it. So
some of it's just the awareness of understanding what's happening to you,
and also
to therefore manage it better.
Taking the fear away.
Yeah.
You know, there's
life still.
There's a real fear about it, isn't there? Dementia, like, oh, I'm going to get demented. Like, you can live a different life with it, but you can still live a life with it. You're still valid, you still have purpose, you still have meaning.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to show in this film, that all these people have stories, and this is their story. And they're having fun, they're living, they have a community. That's important.
And so where else are you sending it at the moment with regards to getting funding and raising awareness?
What sort of funding for the group or
for the group?
Yeah. I mean, well, when it was first finished, you had a few screenings, didn't you?
Yeah, I will send it everywhere. I just did this collaboration with F1. F1 have a TV and marketing studio in Biggin Hill. We're in Bromley. I was like, wow. So I'm always searching for different
other
collaborations.
Opportunities. Yeah.
And they got in touch. We got in touch. We talked, and we literally went down to F1. 30 of us went. We did a collaboration there. They showed them the studios. You know, there's people. When you get dementia, you lose your driving licence. There's one guy's a trucker.
Yeah.
He was so
I remember
happy.
him.
Yeah.
To see the cars in F1. So I think he was interviewed, what was your best moment? He said, these cars. And it's just about bringing those different experiences to them.
Yeah, totally.
And collaborating with different local and other people so that we can try and do something as a community. It's not just about people with dementia at mind. It's about Katy, it's about you, it's about F1, it's about bringing all different people together, because this is going to affect everybody.
Yeah, and there's kind of a ripple effect, isn't there? It's not just them, it's the people that look after them, the family, society.
Yeah. Everybody knows somebody that's going through it, or, everyone does now. Is it okay if I just mention something about the edit?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, so basically because we had so many like Fridays doing activities and lots of interviews and things like that, there was so much material.
Yeah.
So it was great that a friend of mine, Rachel Davis, who's an amazing filmmaker, really talented, she's mainly live action, but she did a lot of kind of animation and live action. She's really experienced. But she had a look at the edit and gave me some really amazing feedback for the structure. And so that's really great. That I just love collaborating with other people, and the whole film is really a collaboration.
Great.
They were able to tell their stories.
And actually, with the edit then, so when I was watching it, you don't mention what Yoda is until quite a way into the film. Was that
I know that's
Person
interesting.
That just happened, didn't it?
When,
Oh, did it? Okay.
when we had the screening actually at Brooklyn, in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and so no one knew anything about the film, and we were watching it like, actually, because normally we'd watch it with people who had some connection with dementia, they knew what it was. It was about young onset dementia, and then actually we realised, that was kind of by accident, really.
Yeah, and it worked.
It worked.
It worked really well.
Because I was going, okay, so what is it? So what is it? And I was sitting there waiting, which
It's
was
like
great.
a book, isn't it? Where you're waiting for that kind of
Next
moment.
page,
That reveal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the film is such a good quality because we had to fundraise for that, and we had some local businesses help us to get the money and be able to, give Katy. I mean, she's brilliant. She doesn't charge us a lot, and it's because it's a good quality. We can now use that, and we've
raise more
got a
funds.
product
Yeah.
to help us to raise. Because charities, we don't get a lot of money, for these extra projects. We get some commission projects, but this stuff.
And it's like your, synopsis in a visual of your synopsis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And your calling card, as
Exactly.
you say, so you can just show people what you're about, which is a lot easier for them to digest, I guess.
Yeah.
And people do take in stories visually now, don't they, rather than written things.
the time.
And it is a door, like for someone who's interested or knows someone who wants to know more or just wants to help. It's a doorway to come and find us, and then we can get them involved because we need everybody involved.
Always, yeah.
To make Yodas want to change the story today. That is what it's about. We can't do that on our own.
No, but also you personalise it, and I think that's what helps people connect. You get actual stories rather than somebody just talking about it. One person.
Yeah.
These are the people that are having to deal with it every day, and it's their story, and it's real.
Yeah. Brilliant. Can I just ask, you dedicated the film to Christine?
Yes.
Can I ask who Christine was?
I'm gonna cry.
I was going to say I didn't want to.
So,
You don't have to. Talk
Christine Brown, she was one of our Yodas. Young lady, 54. She lived in Lewisham. And we're pan-London because we're not commissioned. I can take people from different boroughs.
From wherever, yeah.
So we actually got a referral. We had a little service in Lewisham, so they got in touch. And her son, who's 20 at the time, was really struggling with his mum, who's 54. And they said, Saira, can you help this family? And I was like, absolutely. So I got in touch with Jonathan. I'm still in touch with him now. I spoke to him the other day, actually. And he was like, I don't know how to deal with this. Like, can you help? So we met up. I went to the house. We actually did like a home visit. It's not something we do often. We did a home visit just to connect. Christine and me connected straight away. And I got into this whole field because my friend Esther got dementia, and she was like another Esther, a lovely Caribbean woman, lots of stories. So I got her along. The first thing she said when she walked into our group was, "What? Ollie's been around me?" And I was like, yeah. She couldn't believe it. She was like, "What?" And then she was there. There was another 2 women from the Caribbean. They were dancing. She just got straight in there. There's a nice picture in the film of the 2 girls. Yeah. So her dementia progressed very quickly. It can stagnate. It depends. It affects everyone so differently.
Yeah.
Anyway, we helped Jonathan. He's a young carer. He's the youngest carer. He came along with Christine every week. Unfortunately, things after a year or 2 years, I think it was. So she's died at home. But while she was in those last 2 years, we gave her some seriously good
different
time.
life, yeah.
A different life. She had a community. She had laughter. And now she said, Saira, please look after my Jonathan. Just keeping an eye on him. We're just helping him out.
Does he still come sometimes?
Yeah, he comes sometimes. He's got a job, he's work. Because before he was a full-time carer for his mum.
Yeah.
Now he's working. He's actually, I hope he doesn't mind saying this, but he's just got, he's going to be a dad soon.
Aww,
It's all happening for him.
Yeah.
And he's still in touch with us. He's still a Yoda.
It's the Yoda family.
We dedicated the film to Christine because she was just amazing.
Well, it's a great tribute to her as well to pull together all the memories and the transitions of all the people that she was friends with.
Yeah, she was a little bit unwell whilst we was doing the film, so she couldn't actually be in it.
She is in spirit.
But she is in spirit, yeah.
Like you say, there was a picture of her included as well.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for coming and joining us and sharing. And we look forward to seeing you in January at the festival.
We'll be there.
Great. You can join us too. That's Soho Lift 2026, which will be in January 2026. We'll see you there.